David Benke is here with us this morning, along with Assistant Principal Becky Brown, who seized the gunman's rifle and helped treat one of the wounded students. Good morning to you both.
Good morning.
I want to understand what this space is like in front of the school where this happened, because kids go in this way, kids come out this way, but they hang out there. Would that be correct?
It's their space, and it's their space that we kind of have to run them off and, send them home and say, don't you have homework, and, some things like that.
So this thing this happens in this space.
Yes.
Yes.
Where are you, and what did you hear? How did you first react?
I heard a major firecracker. I mean, a really big one, an illegal one, I thought. And I come walking over there, and then
thinking you're going to be the
thinking who am I going to have to put in the office,
yes.
Right? And then I see the fellow with the gun.
Did you hear this?
I did hear it. I was right in the office. I had just come out of my office, and the office is right in the front of the building. And I looked at my secretary and said, "What was that?"
Did you think to come outside, or did you think, okay, not hiding?
No.
So you see the guy with a gun, and what did you think?
At first, it was very surreal. At first, I just couldn't believe it, and then I saw him shoot towards the area where the students hang out. And I was watching him thinking, okay, he's got a bolt action, and
different odd specific things.
And I promised my students that I would do something if anything like this ever happened. So
you have, in a split second, you're having this conversation with yourself.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, because I'm not forgetting that I have 2 young children and a child in middle school. I'm sitting there going, okay, all right, so now I'm thinking he's not that good at this action, and unfortunately he gets a 3rd shot off. The initial reports were only 2, but the two that I saw.
At which point you tackled him.
And then I go for him in between shots because I knew I could get him before he reloaded.
Right.
As this is transforming, can you see this? I
actually did see it. I walked out of my office and came out of the office area and saw him coming towards me, and saw David coming from the west, and I was coming from the east.
Right.
And so I saw him. I did see him shoot. I did see him shoot Matt, and then walked out the door. You
get him down. What happened? Does the gun come loose, or how do you get a hold of this gun?
I'm pretty sure he dropped the gun because he saw David coming, and so David took him by the clothes and was wrestling with him.
I think he dropped it in order to deal with me.
Yeah.
And I was kind of pulling on him. Right. I still don't remember how we got down to the ground.
Well, they were just wrestling around, and then while they were wrestling around before they fell to the ground, I thought, ooh, I need to get that gun away from him. So I was out there, so I grabbed it, and David and he fell.
And then she came back.
Yes.
Because she was in mama bear mode.
I pretty much was.
Here's what's interesting to me, because this does not happen in a vacuum. This really does happen with the template of Columbine, which is just a couple miles away. You people drill for this stuff.
Yes.
You plan, scenarios, what ifs. You think about this. So having this mindset ingrained, you are in a position to be able to respond to it.
I tell the students, look, if a person comes in the room, you go out the other door. I hope that I have the capability to do something about it.
Wow. Well, you certainly were put to the test. Thank you both for taking the time to join us and tell your stories this morning. We really appreciate it. The kids are back in school.
They are.
You giving them homework?
Of course.
Just a little bit.
Really appreciate it a lot.